Hi soulmates, welcome to class. So this is the sleeve that we're going to be working on. It's very simple and easy to make. So here I have my basic sleeve pattern. In case you do not know how to make a basic sleeve pattern, we have it in the channel. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is to get this pattern and slash it in different places. Here I slashed up to like 6 places. Okay, you can even slash just into two, and depending on how you place it, you still get what you want. So I labeled the slashes and cut it open as you're seeing on the screen. So once I finish cutting, I'm going to place it on another paper. Now while placing it on this paper, I'm going to space it, right? The reason why it is called slash and spread. So I'm spreading it to give me the volume that I want. So depending on how big that you want it to be, both the upper part and the lower part, you're going to spread it open. Now I want the upper part to be wider than the lower part, so I'm going to slant and spread more of the upper part than the lower part. If you also want them to be equal, you should spread them equally and mark the amount of spaces that you have in between the papers. Okay, so this is it. Now I have to place them equally at the lower part. Right now, after marking where the sleeve started, I'm going to add extra 3 inches on top. If you want it to have more puff at the top, you can add more than 3 inches, but this is a miniature sleeve, so I don't want it to be bigger than the mannequin itself. So from that 3 inches on top, I'm going to be slanting while still giving the space of 3 inches into the normal sleeve that we have, as you can see. I'm using a pencil to do this, after which I will use the marker. That is, by then I would have gotten the shape that I want. So here I'm using the marker to highlight it more so that we can see it. The extra 3 inches is to form a puff, and the slashing and spreading is to make the sleeve wider since it's a basic fitted sleeve. Okay, so this is what we have now. After transferring it on another paper, I'm going to cut it open following the design that we've just created, or the slashes that we've just made. Okay, I hope you can hear me very well. So after cutting, it is assumed that this new paper that we have is our sleeve. So we're going to place it on our fabric. Right after cutting, we're going to gather the upper part. The lower part was not gathered. You can see the way it is. So I placed it open this way. It's not something that you cut on fold. The sleeve is wide open, so we're going to cut it, leaving same allowance of half an inch on both sides, on all the sides. Okay, it's already a big sleeve, so adding 1 inch is of no use. It's still going to be as big as it's supposed to be, so there'll be no need for amendments. All right, so I'll cut it on the sleeve like this, and then I'll remove the paper itself because we've gotten the design that we want, and then we'll go into the sewing machine to put them together. So soulmates, if you've not subscribed to this point, please kindly do so to get the best part of all the videos that we'll be getting. Okay, subscribe, like, and share the video if it makes sense to you. And of course, I know it makes sense to you. So I'm going to stitch the upper part and gather it. Okay, once I stitch the upper part and gather it, I'll stitch the sides to put it together before attaching it to our garment. Okay, so this is what we have. I've stitched the side. Now the upper part, I'm going to gather it. Once I gather it, the 3 inches that we added will make it to form that puff, because it's actually going to be longer than what we the basic pattern that we have for the garment. Okay, so I'm gathering the sleeve. Like I said, this is a miniature sleeve, right? But now it's going to be big on that miniature, but still going to see how it will come out. You can see that it's already taken the shape. If you do not want to gather it, you can still pleat it very tiny. You can pleat it the way you want, but gathering is best for it. Okay, so I'm placing it on the miniature dress form. You can see how big it is on the miniature. That is exactly how it's going to be if you use your own basic sleeve pattern for it. Okay, you can see how beautiful. What is the difference between this and the other one we saw on the thumbnail? See how beautiful and big it is, right? And if you fix it on your sleeve, on your garment, it's just going to come out very beautiful. But on that garment, the sleeve has um I think it has a net under. If it does, you can actually fix a net under it if that is how you want it. But in this case, we're not fixing a net under it, and so we're going to leave it the way it is, right? And for that garment also, the bustier, we've already done a video on how to draft a bustier. You too can watch it. Okay, so I decided to also place it on a bigger pattern to see how it is, right? Even though I know this is also good, but I decided to place it on a bigger pattern. As the video proceed, we're going to see it. Okay, so if you've watched up to this part, please kindly subscribe and watch the videos to the end. I placed it on a bigger pattern. I didn't want to show the front because of YouTube and their not showing breast and all that. So I decided to just use the back. Okay, so this is how it is. Very beautiful, very easy to make, very demure. What do you think about it? Thank you for watching. See you in our next video tutorial. Bye.